So in this video, what we're going to do is I'm just going to hook up basically like a spring that'll just catapult the player upwards. So that if you want to get like a super jump or, like think about like when you see Sonic and he runs and it hits that little red thing and he pops up. Basically, that's what we're going to do. So to do that, we're going to make a new object that's going to be our spring. So I'm going to create a 2D object sprite. We'll just call it spring. I think it's a good name for it. I'm going to zero. No, go here. Come on, open up. I'm going to zero this stuff out here. Come on. 0. All right. I'm going to move it. Let's move it over here. And I'm going to add a sprite. And I'm just going to use the arrow here because that looks like a thing. Frame in there. Come on, there we go. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and rotate this. Hit E to rotate. Alright, let's just type in 180 here. And R for scale. I'm just going to scale it bigger so that I can see it. Okay, good. Looks great. Okay. So we're going to call that our spring. Now, in order for this to work, I'm going to need to add a trigger, because what we're going to do is we're going to make a script that's just going to run when the trigger is triggered, right? So we're just going to add a component, all right, and it's just going to be a box collider 2D, and make sure it's a trigger, all right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to create another component, and we're just going to go create C#, and we'll just call it spring script, okay? So spring script. Let's click back on spring here. Come on. There we go. Nope. Okay, come on. There it goes. And I'm just going to drop it in here. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and open that up. And we're just going to add some stuff to this. Should be pretty easy. So let's go ahead and get rid of this bit. Let's get rid of that. And all we're really going to need, we're going to need one variable that we can see anyway. Public float. And we're just say jump. Let's call it spring strength. Oops, not like that though. Spring strength, like that, and that will control how strong the spring is. And then we'll start with that. And then we're not doing an update. What we're going to do is take that out. We're going to do on trigger enter. Instead of doing enter, I'm going to do stay. I was actually having better results. On trigger stay 2D. On trigger stay 2D. Yeah. Basically, it's when they're in the trigger. It was running better. So this is going to run, and it's going to run, and when it does, it's going to set the collider 2D COL, and we're just going to call it COL. Okay. So just as like a million other times before, we're just going to go ahead and test the thing that hits. We don't want it to just be running all the time. We only want it to run when it's the player. So we're going to say on the object that state that goes in the trigger, we're going to look for a tag, and if the tag is indeed player, then go ahead and do the business. And this is pretty easy. All we're going to do is just do COL. So the object that we hit, I want the game object of it, and then on that I want to get the component, the rigid body 2D. We're just going to basically apply a force to it, and on that rigid body 2D I'm going to add a force, and the force I'm going to add is going to be a new vector 2, because it's going to need the direction in which it's shooting. So it's X and Y, right? So it's going to be 0 F, because I don't want to move. I'm not moving it horizontally, and then the amount physically. So we're just going to do what do I call it? Spring strength. Oops. And spring strength on the Y. Oops. And you go like that, and that will work. So we'll just save it. And go back here, and we'll see. We might be able to add a little nuance to this, but we're just going to go with that for now. Click on my spring, and I have the spring strength. And let's try 250 to start with. All right, let's hit play. See? And I still have that thing going on, but there you go. So now it basically is a spring for our thing there. And that's it. I mean, it's pretty easy. And you can just adjust the strength here to whatever your desired amount is. But that's it to do that.